You are looking live at Worcester Ice Center, where the Jersey Sharks U19 girls are getting set for their first preliminary game of the prestigious Beantown Tournament. Hi everybody, it's Rizzo here bringing you all the action on RizzoVision, and we're glad to be back. It's been a while, a few months since May, since the last time we brought you some girls hockey action, and the Beantown Tournament is about as good as it gets. Regular season or off-season, certainly the biggest off-season tournament for girls youth hockey here in the USA, and also Canadian teams coming down for this one. And the Jersey Sharks will be taking on, well, of all the other 36 teams here, they drew the other team named the Sharks, the Connecticut Shoreline Sharks. And this has happened for the second year in a row, believe it or not, that they've played one another, although the rosters are very, very, very much different. And we'll speak mostly from the Jersey Sharks side. There they are in the light blue jerseys. And the rest of the equipment is varied, but it looks like most have black helmets, save for the goalies. And the Shoreline Sharks from Connecticut are in white jerseys with green patches on the shoulders and green numbers. The Jersey Sharks are accented in light gray. A conglomeration of girls that are, so the base of the team is New Jersey Bandits from last season, but there are others sprinkled in, and it should make for a very interesting tournament here. A lot of talent from a lot of different places and different teams, competitors that have played against each other many times in the past and now have the chance to join forces with one another. These will be 22-minute halves for the preliminary rounds, and all other rules that you're used to will be in effect. Molly Rose Smith will play the first half, and Jill Storminger will play the second half. They line up for the opening face-off, and we're underway. Sharks go back in their own end. Morgan Kepler sends it around the far side. She's paired with Sammy Nocera. They used to play together back in their Colonials days at some point, and Sammy joins this club, still a Colonial. Izzy Camarada on the right wing, but now with the puck heading through the middle. Mia McSherry there with her up front, along with Jessie Sperling, who battles into the corner. Molly Rose Smith in goal for the Jersey Sharks, and Emily Kraus starts it for the Shoreline Sharks. Battled for deep in the far corner. Coming to the point, Kepler keeps it in, sends it at the net. A bouncer in front. Sperling was trying for the redirection. Couldn't quite get the stick on it. Now keeping it in as they change on the fly. Kepler goes to the bench. Nucera was already there. And the new defense pair is Sophia Bistranson on the near side here. You get a look at Sophia with the red pants. Camarada dumps it in. And Kira Redmond on right D now. Bistranson, one of two Columbus Blue Jackets to join the fray. There's Luisa Rizzo poking it away. She's up front with Emily Phillips, and the other Columbus Blue Jacket, as Molly Rose Smith makes save number 1 of the game. Addie Tallert. So Tallert and Phillips. Tallert from the Blue Jackets and Phillips from the York Devils. Here comes Tallert and Phillips. Tallert in, and Kraus with the sweep knocks it away. Tallert gets knocked down over there. So Rizzo off the face-off won it forward. Tallert and Phillips, who will be roommates at Lebanon Valley College in just a few weeks. Tees it up, it goes wide, that's Bistranson. And Rizzo jumps in between them. So the Bandit with the York Devil and the Columbus Blue Jacket, and that line creating chemistry right away. And of course, if this referee decides that this is his spot, we're not going to see anything, so we might have to move. And thank you, Mr. Ref. Stranson keeps Wilson from getting a clear shot, and Redmond picks it up. Rizzo and Talbot off for the change. Phillips jumps off to complete the change. Otterbein with Claus and Bellin up front. So this trio, I don't know if they'll be a line starting in late August or September for the 19U AAA Bandits, but they are all members of that squad. All returning members as the puck goes out of play, and as that program at 19U for the first time last year at AA, quarterfinalists at Nationals in their first year at that level, move to AAA. So Claus, Bellin, and Otterbein, holdovers from that crew as that New Jersey Bandits program, which is the backbone of this team, continues to make waves in girls hockey in the North Jersey area. Now we're in Worcester, Massachusetts. Sent on the near side. There you get a good look at Annalise Claus, number 20. Dad Matt always helping us with production as he did today. We're not going with the scoreboard up there. It's pretty easy to see. We'll keep track of it. 18:35 left in the first half. That's right, I said half. And no score as of yet between the Jersey Sharks in light blue and the Connecticut Shoreline Sharks in white. So far the play has been in the favor of the Jersey Sharks a little bit. Otterbein wearing number 1 instead of her customary 58. Gets the puck, fires it just wide. Actually Otterbein off for a change. Sperling has it now. Coming right down the middle was McSherry. There's a shot. Kraus with a save. And she covers up. That was Izzy Camerata at the doorstep. McSherry got a piece of it. So this trio, a holdover from the last season 19U AA Bandits, didn't necessarily play together. Sperling and Camerata did often play together. And those different parts of that combination played together, but typically I don't know if that was a line very often, but players certainly familiar with each other on and off the ice. There's McSherry battling for it below the end lines, comes out in front. Sperling found an opening at the top of the slot, at the bottom of the slot, the top of the crease, and Kraus was able to knock it away. Redmond sends it forward, retreating back is Connecticut, reversing it there. Spaniotis moved up, Redmond reverses it back. Getting a piece there for a moment was McSherry. Camerata retreats back to back check, but Bestranson and Redmond both are there. Redmond chips it forward, sorry about that. The cameraman is rusty, and that's me. Rizzo trying to chip it forward as Sperling's still out there at the end of her shift. Rizzo at center. She played mostly wing for the Bandits last year, but also played a fair amount of center, the versatile 21, and on her high school team plays defense. Played defense this past year. That's Luisa Rizzo. You recognize the name maybe from RizzoVision. Yes, there's a relationship. Nice knockdown by Nucera, shot and a goal. And Connecticut takes a 1-0 lead with 16:30 left in the first half. Not much to be done about that for Molly Rose Smith as that puck hit the 90-degree angle on the glove side. And it's Elena Scasino, I believe, number 14 with the goal. So Jersey Sharks getting maybe the better of the play or the possession for the most part, but find themselves trailing 1-0. Rizzo up front with Taylor on her left and Emily Phillips on her right wing. Comes to the point and out. Scasino waiting, not getting pressured there. Sends it in on net. Rose Smith steals it around for Kepler. Kepler sends it up for Taylor, who was trying to redirect that puck to maybe spring Rizzo at least on the close side, or Phillips if she was going to fire away further. Rizzo gets down below, knocks it off for Kepler. Kepler plays the man and not the puck. Kept at bay. There's a shot and a goal from close range. So the Shoreline Sharks with a second quick one here with 15:41 left in the first half. They make it 2-0. Try to see who that is. Looks like Isabella Welch with that one. So Otterbein jumps out with Claus on her left, Bellin on her right. Redmond and Bestranson on defense. Bellin plays the loose puck back to Redmond, who sends it back forward, bumping in front of the Jersey Sharks bench. If I keep saying Jersey Sharks over and over, it's because both teams are called the Sharks. Connecticut Shoreline, we're just calling them Connecticut. Shark Week here, and the Jersey Sharks find themselves already down 2-0, but a lot of potency out there, and we'll see if they figure it out soon enough. First time together for most of these young ladies here at the U19 level. Puck sent in. It's not going to be an icing. Bellin the first one to chase it down. Otterbein got tied up and actually gave a stick to the back shin of the ref. Nishera knocks the player away. Sammy's going to get some room. She's going through the middle, has Otterbein with her. Nishera does the Gretzky curl and backhands it down low for Otterbein to pick it up. Otterbein gets it below the end line, looking for Camerata in front. Got it there, but not to the position that Izzy likes to be in. Sperling chips it off the boards to herself. It goes toward the middle. Nishera is going to come down, send it for Camerata. Camerata tries to center it. Kraus gloves it before Otterbein could find it on the back door. Our pal Jerry Milani has checked in on the comments with a couple of Shark logos. Shark versus Shark. Sharks are going to win this one unless it ends in a tie. Coming down to the 14-minute mark of the first half, they're playing halves of hockey, 22 minutes in each half, and Timmy Kepler making his pretty much official coaching debut here as a head man. Is opting to split the goaltending each game half to half. So Molly Rose Smith in for the first half, and Jill Storminger will, if things go as expected, be in there for the second half of this game. Centering feed, McSherry got it on the backhand a little too late, but got it to Sperling. Sperling comes down, backhand goes just wide. Picked out of the corner by Bestranson, kicked to Sperling, trying to get it back to Bestranson at the top of the right circle, sent down, and it will be an icing. 13-14 left. Half number 1. 2-0 Connecticut Shoreline Sharks in the white over the Jersey Sharks in the light blue and gray, which is much more the color of, say, a great white shark, which is typically not white, but okay, get where we're going with that. Rizzo, Phillips, and Tallett up front. This Tallett, the lefty, sends it down. Comes to the near sidewall, chipped forward, but not as far for an icing. Redmond plays it around the boards. 3 forward lines, 2 defensemen for the Jersey Sharks. Rizzo retreats down. We'll try to play it below the end line. Didn't quite get enough on it there. Bestranson plays it forward. Phillips chips it. Rizzo's trying to get there for help. Couldn't get there quite in time. Played with below the end line. Centering feed. Rizzo knocked it away. Wraparound attempt. Kicked away. Is going to be a penalty as Molly Rose Smith made the save on the wraparound. We'll see what the call is and who is entering the box for the first time. And it is Kira Redmond. So Redmond is going to get the body checking penalty. Didn't quite see it happen here from this angle, but of course it's below the end line. And we choose to come to you from center ice due to the seamless glass. Above us there is a perch, but there is netting between that perch and here. So at the lower level, the game moves a little bit faster, but probably a little bit more clear of a picture. Get more of the HD. On the penalty kill up front, it is Sperling and Otterbein with Kepler and Nocera on defense. And the first part of the power play, which is a 2-minute power play, as we tick under 12 minutes left in the first half, the first part of the power play has gone the way of the Jersey Sharks. Sent toward the middle. Sperling got a piece. That helped settle it for Kepler, who goes back to Sperling. Sperling bank it hard, angled off the glass. Otterbein will chase it down. Otterbein is going to press below the end line. And so far, the penalty kill maybe has been the elixir here for the Jersey Sharks as they start to turn it around. Connecticut brings it into the offensive zone. We'll start to talk a little bit about the classification and the points at a longer stoppage or maybe in between halves. There's a halftime, but I don't think that's going to constitute an ice cut. Shot on goal, the first of the power play, is kicked aside with the right pad of Molly Rose Smith. Sent at the point, redirected in front, and the right pad of Molly Rose Smith kicks that one aside once again. Point shot through traffic, redirected. Rose Smith stopped the first one with the bottom of her mask and covered any potential rebound with the catching glove. Whistle stops play, 10:55 left, period, well, half, number 1. 2-0 Connecticut Shoreline Sharks in the white jerseys over the Jersey Sharks in the shark-colored jerseys of light blue and gray. Camerata and McSherry up front now killing it off. And the defense pair will not change from the regular rotation with just 4 defensemen. They'll play all situations you'd figure. Maybe on a power play they might change the personnel up a little bit, but 5-man units might be the easiest way to go here. Out of the box comes Redmond. Onto the ice comes Sperling as Redmond goes to the bench. And Jersey has killed off the first power play of the game as we get down to the 10-minute mark of time remaining in the first half. Here's Izzy Camerata. She's 1-on-3 and got it into the zone for a moment. Kepler and Nocera exchange. Nocera looking for open ice. She'll carry it all the way in and backhand it below the end line, retracing it. McSherry got a piece of it for a moment, kept in by Kepler. Shot goes all the way through, but it doesn't get on net, and McSherry retrieves it. McSherry now up the middle for Sperling. Macheras peeking in. Camerata shot through traffic, but it hit one of the Connecticut players in the shin guard and redirected wide. This one's going to be sent down, and it will be an icing. So a nice recovery here by the Jersey Sharks as they kill off a penalty after allowing a couple of quick goals and get a good shift to boot. 9:25 left first half. Jersey looking for that first goal of the Beantown Tournament. Bestransson's slapper gets blocked away. Bestransson 58 and Tallard 38 come from the Columbus Blue Jackets. Bestransson will be back there again this coming season. See her fall in front of you. Wrist shot attempt. Redmond ties up the player. Good work by Redmond. Loose in front. Rose Smith got a piece of it maybe, but I think a body got there just in time to knock it away. This is not going to be an icing. Here comes Claus. Annalise has the Jets on in full. Gets to it first. Sends it for Otterbein. Otterbein picks it up looking for Bellin. Nice defensive play there by Damon, who got it away. Kept in by Claus, banked hard off the boards at a sharp angle. Otterbein nearly picked it off there. And this crew may be getting their first taste of being aligned together when the Bandits of New Jersey start their AAA 19U season in about a month's time. Rizzo now out with Tallert and Phillips. Mussera came all the way in, and Kraus departed her crease to make the save. Not even a save, more of just a cover below the end line. 8:12 left, period. Number one, half number one. Rizzo on the dot, Phillips in the slot, Tallert on the opposite wing left. Mussera's gonna grab it, send it for Kepler. Kepler lost the edge there, but got it to Phillips. Phillips was trying to shovel it forward for Rizzo, went a little too far. Connecticut's gonna pick it up, and Welch will bring it in. Welch, hounded by Rizzo, lost it, but her defenseman was right back there, shot fired wide. Phillips will try to chip it forward, looking for Tallert. Addie Tallert, 38, the lefty with the all-white stick. There you see Addie, we'll give you a good look at her. All the way from Ohio, Stranson and Tallert. All the way from Central Pennsylvania, Phillips, 87. And the Jersey girl, Rizzo, tries to move it forward. It's Mussera trying to move that puck, got pressed down there. Rizzo prevents the wraparound attempt as Kepler stands sentry in front. Tallert comes down for some help. Now tries to pinch on the near side, gets to it, chips it up and out. Two of that line will change. Tallert will keep pursuit. Tallert nearly picked the pocket. Sperling now out with McSherry, and Camarada completes the change on the far side as before checking Tallert finishes off a good shift. Camarada takes the long pass, has Sperling on the right. Camarada leaves it for Sperling to curl it around. Jesse's phenomenal at grabbing pucks in that spot. This one will come down, hit off the boards, and go over the end line for an icing. 6:19 left first half. 2-0 Connecticut Shoreline Sharks in the white over the Jersey Sharks in the light blue and light gray. So Camarada and Sperling typically play the opposite wings, or at least they did this season, of where they are now. Here comes Sperling out of the corner, had Camarada and had a shot, decided to take the shot. Jesse created two really good options and can't really argue with the one she chose. Two lethal scorers out there as that one sent in on the offside. Whistle stops play, 5:54 left, half number one. 22-minute halves here in the Beantown Tournament Prelims from Worcester Ice Center today. The first of two today, and there will be two tomorrow from a different rink. Having a sister, as that is an icing, a couple of years older than me that attended Holy Cross nearby here in Worcester. I haven't, even with all the many, many tournaments of youth hockey, I haven't really been back to the Worcester area much the last 30 or so years, and wow. This is an awfully nice rink and a nice little area to walk around in and maybe get food. Mussera off the draw between the points, sends it to Kepler, tries to get it through traffic, gets kicked away by one of the Connecticut players. Battle ensues in the corner on the far side. Claus is going to try to be in pursuit. She's the first to back check. Bellin and Otterbein also up front. Kepler steers the puck for Bellin. Bella picks it up, sends it for Claus. Got it there, didn't get it tape to tape, but did the job as they tried to break out, get the puck deep, and change behind the play. That's what's happening. So good dump in by Bellin, who heads to the bench in favor of Emily Phillips, the former York Devil. I guess maybe once a York Devil, always a York Devil. You know, I wanted to see if Tony Phillips wanted to do a little color commentary today, but as the puck dropped, I haven't been able to locate Tony. So we'll see if we have a second mic, so we might have to get Tony Phillips on the mic. He's a heck of an announcer, PA announcer. Wrist shot at the point by Redmond. He was trying to get it through traffic, but a good job by Connecticut filling those shooting lanes. Up to the point, Spaniotis loses the edge. Rizzo trying to break out with Tallert. Here comes Bestranson over to Rizzo, coming up the middle, kept it on side, trying to get the shot off. Got it blocked, but Phillips was in position to pick it up. Gets it down low for Rizzo. Tallert's on the other side. There's Addy with it. Goes to the point for Bestranson. Backhand, forehand, back to Tallert. Tallert will bring it to the middle. Send it for Redmond. Wrist shot, knocked away with the blocker by Kraus. Centering feed by Tallert. This line now buzzing. They were out there for a couple of goals before, but they've also had the best scoring chance so far, as Tallert had a breakaway earlier and Emily Kraus fired out of her net. This one's going to go on net. Oh no, it won't, so it'll be an icing. Tallert had a nice redirection there just before center ice, and it looked like it was going to go on net, but goes just wide for the icing. Yeah, Tallert had a great chance early on, and Kraus dove out, got the poke check before Tallert could make sort of a signature move that I've seen her make, although she's a Columbus Blue Jacket and I'm in New Jersey. There was a little film study going on to check out the exploits of potent number 38 in blue, and I've seen her make that move. So good job by Kraus to poke check before Tallert could even get a stick on it, because if Tallert had gotten the stick on it, she was going to go right around the goalie and slam dunk that into the net. That's what has kept it a 2-0 game so far. Sperling off the boards for McSherry. McSherry hounded, got it through to the middle, but Camarada was on the other side of the defender. It did get through. Redirected in front by Connecticut and fired out toward the far side wing. Spaniotis will move it forward. Head toward the net. Wrist shot, knocked down with the blocker by Rose Smith. Centering feed, doesn't get through any sticks without being touched. Well, it was not touched. Whistle stops play down there. Let's see, they're saying clock. Somebody's screaming for the clock. There's 3:56 left in the first half. I think that's maybe, so it was 3:56 at the last face-off. If we have anybody online who wants to go back and tell us exactly how many seconds there were since the last face-off, we could get it accurately. I think it was, I would say it's probably about 18 seconds of play that elapsed.
Now it's right.
Off the draw. If the band Rush were here, they might have been playing Time Stand Still. Shot gets deflected, comes to the near side wall. Somebody lost a stick. We'll see if there's a stickless. The stickless player out there is one of the Connecticut players. She retrieves it now. It's one of the 22s that I have listed. Norton or Hammer. Hard without seeing the jersey as Claus knocks that one away. Tries to get through, but the back checking of Sweeney prevents it from being a scoring chance for Annalise Claus. Retreating back, picked off Nacera, I should say. Shot, save, and the rebound is tapped in by Connecticut with 2:59 left in period number one, half number one. It's 3-0 Connecticut. Rose Smith thought she had it. She was looking underneath. And the puck, I guess, was just kind of sitting on the line and was tapped in. Might have been Welch again. Ashley, or Welch this time. Ashley Welch, I think, was the one who got it. Not sure. Nacera moves it forward. Tallert trying to pursue. Tallert's going to pick that one off. Phillips is streaking down the middle. The soon-to-be roommates nearly make it happen. 2:45 left, first half, 3-0 Connecticut over Jersey. In the battle of the Sharks, Shark Day, not Shark Week. They'll put McSherry, Sperling, and Camerata out. Now Sperling at the left wing and Camerata at the right. They're more customary spots from the last season. McSherry on the dot. Draw goes to Connecticut, but Sperling steals it. Gets through to the middle, gets a shot off, but it didn't get all the way through net. Sent out of the zone. Kepler tried to keep it in, has to turn and burn, but has plenty of time and space. Chipped it forward under pressure. Chipped back into the zone. Connecticut gets onside. Kepler lost an edge there, but she's got a lot of help, so nothing will come of it. Nisera likes to get those skates moving and does, creating a nice outlet pass for Sperling. Picked off by McSherry, gets it down low, backhand for Sperling. One save, rebound, score! Mia McSherry dents the net with 2:04 left, and it's a power play goal. Kind of probably should have mentioned that with Sweeney in the box. And McSherry with the rebound off the backhand shot by Sperling makes it 3-1 as the Jersey Sharks close the gap. So with 2:04 left in the first half, we'll see if they can build some of that momentum. Sperling had it down low, took the backhand, it hit off the crest of Krause's jersey, and McSherry was right at the top of the crease and backhanded it into the empty left side of the net, the open left side of the net. Same crew still out there. They changed defense pairs though. And Sperling with it below the end line. It comes to the near side, but Stransson's going to try to chase it down. She had pinched to try to see if she could get a little more offense from the point. Sperling hounding Norton, who does get the puck in, but Camerata quickly rebuffs the possession, if not getting it out of the zone. There's now a 0 on the clock, and now they've put 14 minutes on the clock, so I couldn't tell you how much time is left in the period, but I'm guessing it's 34 seconds. There's Camerata chipping it forward. Maybe it's 1:30. Okay. There's funky stuff going on with the clock. Glad you can't see that because you would have gotten as confused as I. Brought down low, smacked away by Kepler. Comes to the point. Here comes Camerata. She's going to break in alone. Camerata on the breakaway. Tees it up, and getting a piece was Krause. Redirected it over the crossbar. So they've had a couple of breakaways here, and that's the difference in a 2-goal game. Camerata had one, and Tallert had another as we hit the minute mark of time left in the first half. Jersey Sharks trail at 3-1, but they have a little bit of the momentum here, spotting the Connecticut Shoreline Sharks a 3-0 lead. 2 halves of 22 minutes, and the last 50 seconds of the first half happening right now. Under 43 seconds. Let's see if they can create one here. Connecticut just holding on at the point there. Get it into the zone, kept in neatly at the point with under 30 seconds left. Rizzo picked that one off, sent off for Tallert, but it was tipped by Connecticut. Krause has to play it. Sweeney takes it behind the end line with 15 seconds. Otterbein rushes in there. Bellin knocks away Krause's chance. Nisera with 5 seconds. Bellin has it, but she doesn't have any time. Fires it down toward the net. Good job by Bellin. And the half expires. 3-1 Connecticut Shoreline Sharks over the Jersey Sharks after 1 half of play. You'll see the goaltenders on the right, expected to swap positions here for the second half. And the teams, we shall see if they change sides. I don't know if they will change sides. Sometimes when it's half to half, they don't change sides. 4 preliminary games. There are 37 teams, so I'm not sure how that all works out in this U19 classification. And the top 16 based on points after 4 games will advance to a quarterfinal round where it's just like the 21-team NHL. Number 1 plays number 16, and so on. That's going to make for a lot of games on Sunday, but they might be truncated games. We didn't get that far into the rules. If the Jersey Sharks get to a point where it looks like they have a chance to advance, we'll dive more into that in the later games. But for now, 3 points for a win, 1 point for a tie, no points for a loss. There is some provision for 2 points, but I don't think Kevin Camerata and I figured that one out. Jersey Sharks trail it 3-1. They'll have 22 minutes to figure out how to solve the deficit against the Connecticut Shoreline Sharks. If you're just tuning in, we're glad that you have joined RizzoVision once again. Never know when we're going to be popping on, but usually we've followed the teams and the exploits of number 21 in blue over the years, and she's headed off to Providence College in a month, and we'll see how that all pans out. McSherry will start it with Camerata and Sperling up front. Stranson and Redmond left to right on defense. 22 minutes on the clock for half number 2. Jersey Sharks down 3-1. Underway. They do not switch sides. Sperling breaks in, curls on the near side boards, wraps it along the end boards for Camerata. Stranson takes a shot. It's loose in front. It was kicked forward. Stranson's shot came from the point. It went off of the leg of one of the Connecticut players, went toward the goalie Emily Kraus, and then was never able to get on that. Off the draw, Jersey keeps it in for a moment. It's chipped out. We'll see if this is an icing. Redmond will chase it down, no icing. Hard to see if it got to the line, but the ref called it about 10 feet before Redmond got there. That's not going to be an icing because it chipped over or right off of the stick of one of the Connecticut players. Camerata sends it toward the middle, couldn't connect with McSherry, loose in front, hounded by a host of Sharks on both teams, it seemed. Comes to the point, Nacera picks it up, goes for Bestranson, and moves it forward for Sperling. Backhanded in, change happening behind the play. Camerata still out there with Sperling and McSherry up front. Kepler jumps on right D, sends it for Nacera. Sammy Nacera up for Jesse Sperling, for me and McSherry in the middle. McSherry tees it up, but it goes off of the skate of Scasino. And picked up and moved out by Connecticut. Jersey has had the same forward group out for the entirety of this half, and this is now a minute 45 shift, so we'll see when they have the chance to get off. It's summertime, so you never know how rusty those legs are going to be. Rizzo jumps on for McSherry. Camerata moves it forward. Rizzo hits the brakes. Camerata tees it up, can't get it through. Rizzo on the back door. Phillips is on the ice now, so Camerata, when she gets a chance to get to the bench, she'll change for Tallert. That's happening behind the play as Sammy Nacera breaks in and Rizzo covers the point. Nacera, backhand, got it off the pad. Phillips tried to get the backhand. Here comes Tallert, streaking off the bench. Tees it up, couldn't quite handle it. Now Tallert looking. Rizzo trying to make space. Tallert exchanges for Kepler. Kepler through the shooting lane. Tried to maybe fire that off of Phillips' skating in. Good shot by Kepler, and they draw a penalty. Tallert has it. Let's see if Storminger can get out of the net. She doesn't see the hand up, maybe, and Redmond is trying to say something to her mom. Second power play. She's asking for water. Of course, it's a number that I don't have. So the power play drawn by, I think it was Tallert, it was Bestranson, fires it over there. Redmond at the right point, Bestranson at the left, Rizzo at center. Phillips gets the shot off the blocker, and Tallert was coming down the middle trying to pound it in. Rizzo at center, Tallert at the left wing, and Phillips on the right. Shot, and Storminger, that was a headhunter. Phillips chips it out, Tallert trying to pick the pocket, nearly had her second breakaway. Maddie Tallert hitting the brakes. Kraus gets through one, gets through Bellin. Rizzo tied her up there. Tallert has it, looking for Bestranson, who's trying to make a run from defense there. Full line change in effect, so here comes Claus and Otterbein to join Bellin. Bestranson knocks that one down with the glove, sends it in, it'll go on net. 1:06 left in the Jersey Sharks power play, and with a little confusion amongst Connecticut, Kraus decides to hold it, and Bellin and Claus just kept going because there was no whistle without the action and forced the face-off. 3-1, Connecticut Shoreline Sharks over the Jersey Sharks. But Jersey, after spotting Connecticut a 3-0 lead, has responded with a goal and has taken over some of the course of play here. Kepler tried to get to it at the point, couldn't quite do it, races down in front of her own bench. They're playing 22-minute halves here, and there's 17:50 left. So a typical 17-minute period, you have a little bit more than that. But this is the last one. So they have plenty of time still. Here's Izzy Camarada, hits the brakes and finds some room, sends it back for Jesse Sperling. Sperling looking to slow it down and get it set. Over for Sammy Nacera. Nacera, top of the slot, shot, sticked away by Kraus. Sperling picks it up on the near side wall, tries to send it below the end line, but Sweeney got a piece. Picked up by Bestranson, who pinches in. And they have 4 low down there, and playing safety was Nacera. There's a shot that doesn't get all the way through. It hits one of the Connecticut shin pads. Power play's over, now under 17 minutes to go in half number 2. So we're in the equivalent of period 3. Here's Jessie Sperling with her team trailing by 2. Sperling's gonna try to get through. Needed 2 more Connecticut Sharks to get through, couldn't quite do it. And we've seen Jessie do it 1,000,001 times. Camarada stepped into the rush right there, nearly came away with it. Here's Phillips, or rather Otterbein, trying to move it forward. Boy, if you put Otterbein, Claus, and Phillips on the same line, I wouldn't be able to tell you who was who with the long blonde names in the back. But fortunately, well, I mean, fortunately for me, I guess, none of them are together. That puck on its end, spinning and spinning like a dreidel during Hanukkah, does have enough gumption to cross the line and force the icing. 16:04 left, second half. Jersey Sharks, first prelim of the Beantown Tournament. Every point is super valuable if you want to play on Sunday, so they're going to need to figure out a way to get back in this one. Jill Storminger in front, might have gotten a piece of that. She came in for Molly Rose-Smith, as we expect the goalies to split the first half and the second half of each of these games, according to Coach Timmy Kepler. That's the plan. But in, down low, shot, save, Storminger, and she holds on, yielding no rebound. Storminger, the brilliant New York Islanders goalie. Molly Rose Smith, the Devils goalie. So they played against each other quite often. Here comes Tallard, chipping it off the boards to herself. Has Phillips coming down the middle. Tallard for Phillips. Tees it up. Tries to get it back through. Good play. Looked like maybe Beach got there as Phillips was trying to, I think, send it back through to Tallard, and they almost worked their magic. The two Lebanon Valley soon-to-be roommates, maybe line mates, for that rising Division III program. See if any of our Lebanon Valley family is checking in with us, either live or on demand. Comes up the near side wall. Rizzo got a piece. Sarah's there trying to dig it out of the referee's skates. Tallard trying to move it forward. Got it into the zone, but Kraus picked it up. Rizzo got a piece. Kepler fields it. Kepler off the boards on the far side. Gets it once, recovers again. Sarah sells out to get it to Phillips. Phillips hounded at the center line, holds her spot. Looking for a little help. Tallard pinches over. Rizzo goes back to safety. Tallard had it, was trying to shovel it for herself, couldn't quite do it. Rizzo picks it up, sends it for Nocera. Nocera looks forward for Tallard, who chips it to herself and will try to turn the corner or get to the middle. Does get it, gets it in front, covered with the glove by Kraus. That's Emily Kraus. Maddie Kraus was the skater, 47. 14-17 left, second half. Jersey Sharks trailing it 3-1. Mia McSherry with a power play goal. So far, that's the only answer to the 3-goal edge that the Connecticut Shoreline Sharks built. Centering feed by Camarada finds only a Connecticut stick. Sperling pushes off and away. Fired in front, hits a Connecticut stick and fires into the netting over the height of the tall glass behind the net, and we'll do it all again with 13:59 left in the second half. So it's two 22-minute halves. They don't switch sides. 3 points for a win, 1 for a tie. Here's Sperling, and she scores! Off the draw, Jesse gets it in the slot and fires one over the shoulder of Emily Kraus. And it's 3-2 as Jersey closes the deficit to 1. Hey, Jesse! So McSherry with the first, Sperling with the second, and the Jersey Sharks are battling back. Same crew out there, McSherry on the dot. Had won it for a moment, but the wing stepped in, get in all the way down, and they score on the return. So Connecticut counters it just seconds later off the draw. Looked like Welch took it all the way to the house and got one past Storminger. So it's 4-2. And now we've suddenly found ourselves in a score fest. Otterbein jumps on McClaws and Bellin. They've been close here a couple of times. Welch had it, gets down low, reversed. Sarah off the boards on the near side. Norton keeps it in for a moment. Claus was trying to escape with it. Comes to Welch at neutral ice. Picked up by Otterbein, gets it over the line of center. He was going to dump it. Bellin got a piece with the body. Here's Claus. Has to backhand it down low to get it in. And does that. Bellin tries to chase it from the other side. Otterbein from the near side. Otterbein still hounding below the end line over Spaniotis, who reverses it. Connecticut looks to move it forward. They do. This will be an icing unless it turns and goes on net. Storminger watches it go outside of her crease. Or is that Rose Smith, actually? So I guess they didn't switch. It's hard to see the number. The one thing, the Sharks uniforms are beautiful. The numbers are not easy to see. On the sleeve. On the back, they're relatively easy from close range. And both goalies are about the same height, so it's hard to see with all their equipment. And they both have white masks and pads. There's no discerning features. It's easy for me to discern them when they have their regular club uniforms on. Now as a newly branded tandem for the weekend, it's a little more difficult. That one's going to come down, go wide of the crease, and be an icing. So 12:17 left. In the second half, off the draw, Phillips picks it up. Tallard streaking. Tallard's open if Phillips could get it to her. Phillips still with it. Bestranson tries to get it through traffic. Rizzo's going to try to get it in the corner. Uses the body to shield it, sends it to Redmond. Shot goes toward the crease, but not in. Bestranson trying to keep it in. Tallard gives her a little bit of help. It's Blue Jacket City over there. Fired wide by Bestranson. Picked up on the far side by Sperling. She got the Jersey Sharks within 3-2, but then a return goal made it 4-2. That's where we sit with 11:35 left in the second half. Rose Smith sticks that one aside. Chipped up toward the middle. Bestranson with it, uses the body to shield, and shepherds the puck out of the zone. Sperling was trying to get it to the far side for McSherry. It's dumped in. Rose Smith will cover. Whistle stops play. 11:13 left second half. Shoreline Sharks from Connecticut leading it 4-2. They got 3 in the first half. Jersey came back with 1 late in the first half and 1 early in the second half. Countered about 5 or 6 seconds later by Connecticut's 4th goal, and that's where we stand. 2-goal deficit. Here's Izzy Camarada. Tees one up, fires it wide, maybe somebody got a piece. Sperling trying to dig it out. It's in the corner. Connecticut's done a good job manning the corners because the boards play of the forwards on this Jersey Sharks team is very good, and they haven't been able to create much coming out of the corners, so that's a testament to the Connecticut D. Camarada trying to sidestep a couple, but good back checking by Connecticut. They're not quite in a defensive shell, but they do tend to keep an extra forward or 2 back before they break out. Sweeney will dump that one in, and Kepler will have to pick it up from the far side. Reverses it for Nocera. Lost it there. Maybe was tipped away. Fired off the dasher. Sperling trying to break in with Camarada. It's a 2-on-1. Sperling has Camarada down the middle. Sends it to her. Camarada got it to the backhand. Couldn't pull the trigger on the forehand. Here's Otterbein chipping it down low as she comes in, firing off the bench. Camarada battling for the loose puck. Delaware bound. Izzy Camarada 93. Here's Ava Otterbein with it. Finds Camarada. Camarada gets it to the middle. Fired. I think maybe it got the glove of Krause. Wrist shot. Blocked away. Here's the clean breakaway. Redmond trying to hustle back. Will she get there? Save Rose Smith, and she hangs on. So the Skaters are 0 for 3 on breakaways. That's 1 for the Jersey Sharks on the save and 2 for the opposite number. And we remain 4-2 with 9:20 left in the second half. Jersey Sharks trailing. They're in the blue jerseys if you're just tuning in. The Connecticut Shoreline Sharks. 37 teams here at this division of the Beantown, and the 2 teams named Sharks have to play one another. second year in a row it happened. We'll give a little nod to Maeve McNulty not playing with the team this year. Last year, she scored the first goal in Jersey Sharks history. Puck goes around the end boards, battled out from the corner. Trying to send Claus away was Bestranson. Bestranson gets another piece of it. Claus comes down to try to get it. It comes to Redmond. Redmond trying to get it to Bellin. Gets it to her from her knees. Bellin looking for Otterbein. Gets the line. Dumps it opposite. A couple of players change behind the play. Tallert jumps on. She's with Otterbein and Bellin. So she's the first from this line to get out. Here comes Addie Tallert. Let's see if she can make a move here. Has Otterbein coming down the middle. Swings wide, takes a shot, and she scores! Addie Tallert makes it 4-3 with 8:04 left in the second half. So the good change right there is what got Tallert out. Claus came to the bench when she had a chance. Tallert jumped right into the play, made a move around the left side, and scored on the short side. So the Jersey Sharks biting back. Off the draw, Rizzo wins it to Phillips. Now they exchange with the D. Rizzo gets it into the offensive zone. Leaves it for Tallert, but didn't have much room to do anything with it. Comes to Nocera. Sorry, Sammy. Well, Mom did say that either pronunciation is probably okay, but usually it's Nocera. Phillips and Rizzo trying to complete the trap. Phillips does complete the turnover. Phillips gets it in, over to Tallert. Shot! Oh, just got a piece of it, and it goes over the net. Addie Tallert about a foot away from tying this game. Rizzo digs it out of the corner. Phillips tees it up, can't get it through. Tallert was at the back door, but guarded now. Jersey Sharks giving a little bit of that Jersey swagger here, even though they're not all Jersey girls, but they're playing like it now. Phillips up for Rizzo. Rizzo draws a couple of D, sends it for Tallert, peels off on the change. Here comes Sperling. Tallert peels off. Fresh legs out there. Sperling gets in. Sperling, couldn't move it toward the front. Jersey Sharks buzzing. They smell blood in the water. Shark versus Shark.
Very nice.
6:38 left in the second half. Jersey down 4-3. Connecticut moves it out. Redmond picks it up. Welch was trying to see if she could sneak behind the defense. Ashley Welch. Here comes Bestranson. Bestranson will get down low. Shot goes off of Spaniotis. It comes out in front. It's loose. Chipped forward by McSherry, but didn't quite get it to Sperling, or rather Camerata. Comes up the middle, and they'll break in. Is that Wilson? Cheyenne Wilson, who had the breakaway before. That would have potentially made it 5-2, but Rose Smith stopped it. Loose in front. Referee blocks the vision. And here comes Camerata, sends it for Sperling, but she's 1-on-3. Now 2-on-3 as Camerata comes through the middle. Shot! Kraus got the blocker on it, and it goes just wide. Sperling nearly had the corner picked out. There's a shot by Camerata and another blocker save. Krause's blocker has kept it a 4-3 lead for Connecticut. 5:23 left in the second half, in the game. Jersey was down 3-0. They've gotten it to 4-3, the first time this crew has ever played together. And they took about 20 minutes to start figuring it out. They've outscored Connecticut 3-1 since they spotted the Connecticut Shoreline Sharks a 3-0 lead. But it's not quite enough yet as we tick under 5 minutes remaining. Shot gets blocked. Sweeney tees it up. Camerata blocks it with the outside of the left skate. Pursues it to the corner. Centering feed. Nocera just knocks it away. Gets hooked from behind. Questionable, maybe no call there. Might have been a pretty good play. The hip came in first before the stick. So probably a good no call by the refs. And it really hasn't been anything egregious here. The referees seem to have gotten everything right. And as Nocera just gets away with a trip. Right in front of us. That's good. Or at least what I thought was one. That one goes through an arm. They're going to call an icing. I'm surprised the near side ref didn't wave it off, but he does now because the puck just dies on its end. Good change. As Otterbein, the first in pursuit, forces the puck to the near side where Bestranson pursues to keep it in off the shield by Claus. Claus got that stick down with a little bit of a hack. Good thing she didn't come down on another stick or a part of a body. And she did it clean. Bestranson fires one, bounces, Kraus picks it up off the bounce like Francisco Lindor on a Friday night at Citi Field. Whistle stops play, 3:49 remaining. Goal difference, goal ratio, all of that stuff comes into play. So Timmy Kepler could have a big decision on hand in his first game as coach here. Bestranson shot, can't get it through traffic. It was blocked by one of the Connecticut players. Just stood right in front of her goalie and just took the bullet. Good defense and excellent mental fortitude. Welch picks it up, fires it. Looked like Bestranson got a piece of it. Redmond into the far corner will battle it out as Connecticut will change one behind the play. And Bellin knocks that one away. Claus knocks it out of the zone. It's not going to be an icing. Otterbein's going to be the first in pursuit. The three returning U19 AAA Bandits trying to make it happen, and we're under 3 minutes left in the game with a 1-goal deficit. Claus and Otterbein will jump off Rizzo, and Tallert will jump on. Tallert got it to within 4-3. Does she have another one in her? There's 38. Trying to move it forward is Nocera. Tallert gets it through one to beat. Gets down low, takes a shot, save, rebound, came to the other side, but didn't quite sit the right way for Phillips. Otherwise, Emily Phillips might have had a chance. Rizzo shields off one. Kepler kept it from being a break. Good job to stay on side by that whole crew right there. They were all bunched up and held up. 2:17 left. Are they going to pull the goalie for an extra attacker at some point? Maybe still too early. Damon picks it up, and Damon skates it in, trying to turn the corner. Nocera sends her wide. Damon shielded off by Nocera, who's getting hooked over there and using the body in reverse just to keep that puck moving. It's loose in front and blocked away. I think Kepler was the one that got a stick on it. Phillips trying to chip and see if she can get Tallert on the move. 1:50 remaining. This crew probably only has a few more seconds left of the shift, if at all. One is off, two are off. Rizzo's the last one that has to head to the benches. We're under 100 seconds now. Jersey Sharks trailing by one, and most of the last minute has been played in their zone. They're going to need to get it out. There goes Rizzo off to the bench. Fresh legs abound. Still 5-on-5. Sharp angle shot by Sperling. Didn't quite get it on the net. McSherry sends it to the middle, but Connecticut collapses there. Bestranson was around to keep it in. McSherry trying to get it down low, couldn't get it all the way through. Connecticut gets it up and out. Bestranson holding her ground, couldn't find the puck, but Redmond helps her find it. Under a minute left, let's see if Rose Smith stays in the nets. A face-off in the offensive zone would help, but instead it will be in the defensive zone. On the icing. 51.4 seconds left. Can Jersey find a way to get this thing tied? McSherry, oh boy, Sperling would have been off to the races there. Would have had a couple to beat, but McSherry kind of put it into a spot where Jesse could have jumped in to get it. Connecticut will just try to play this board game as long as they can, but McSherry is able to dig it out. McSherry will skate it in. McSherry gets the offensive zone. takes a shot, it gets blocked, it comes all the way out. They have the goalie out. Tallert jumps on, over to Bestranson, 6-on-5 for 23 seconds. It's kept in. Camerata trying to dig it out, trying to tee it up, gets hounded, it's in front. There's Tallert. She's gonna pick it up, and 15 seconds now on the clock. Tallert tries to get it to the middle, and it's gonna be sent down. If this puck gets far enough, it's an icing. 7.7 seconds remaining. 6-on-5. McSherry on the dot, Sperling and Camerata in the slot. Nacera at the spot between the points. Tallert is going to now move into the slot as well. Might as well overload the slot. McSherry wins it back to Bestranson. There's a shot. It gets blocked with 4 seconds left. Trying to dig it out, get to the middle. Connecticut picks it up, and they're going to be able to run out the time. And the Battle of the Sharks goes to the Connecticut Shoreline. Sharks by a score of 4-3. So the Jersey Sharks spun their wheels a little bit at the start, learning one another. And once they figured it out, they spotted Connecticut a 3-0 lead, rebounded with 3, but after getting it to 4-2, rather 3-2, Connecticut off the ensuing faceoff came down and scored to make it 4-2, and Jersey had the momentum, just couldn't quite get enough to finish it off. So they'll be back at it in just a few hours. We don't have shots on goal or anything like that. If we were able to get that stuff for you, we'd gladly bring it to you. But we'll be back in a few hours here for another one of these and give you a little bit of perspective. But for now, Jersey Sharks fall to the Connecticut Shoreline Sharks 4-3. That is going to do it from Worcester Ice Center, where we will be once again later this Friday afternoon in Massachusetts. Give you a look at producer Matt Claus. For the producer Matt Claus, this is Joe Rizzo. Thanks for watching Jersey Sharks girls hockey on RizzoVision.